Well, what about you, Lara? Earlier you had a very interesting point, which was, what about the victims?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, first I'd like to just take a point from what Bakele said earlier, which is the fact that the focus of Africa at this moment, the issues for Africa at this moment, go beyond ICC, pullout, vendetta, witch hunting and all of that. We have serious problems on ground. And if all our leaders gather under one umbrella and do not address these issues, then we have a problem. We have the problem of poverty, insecurity, diseases, war, and underdevelopment ravaging our continent. Now, if they come together and do not address this, then there's a problem. Having said that, I want to talk about the formation of the ICC a bit. We were talking about that before we came on air, Shaka. We have 20 African countries we know make up, helped form the ICC. Out of the 180 countries that initially joined the ICC, 30 of these are African countries, and 5 of the court judges are Africans. The vice president of the ICC is African. The chief prosecutor of the ICC is African. So we are home, more or less, with the formation of the ICC. Now, if we're talking of equity, like he said, there should be a balance, really. It shouldn't be one-sided. Mm-hmm. The prosecutions, the trials and all of that should be spread across board. So
are you suggesting that when African leaders, or at least some of them, when they say they cry this race card,
yeah,
they're not being justified?
They are being justified. It depends on how you look at it. Because the facts on the ground really are that the cases so far that have been brought to the ICC, okay, agreed, most of them were brought from the Africans themselves. But the case on ground, the trials, are just one-sided. So from that angle, our African leaders have a case to have a point. The other world leaders who have done outrageous crimes against humanity, the many wars, the human rights abuses,
for
have
example,
not
no one
been tried.
hears anything about Assad of Syria.
Of Syria.
In fact, what about General El-Sisi of Egypt?
Egypt.
There's some people who are wondering about that.
And so many, like you said, we don't want to call names, There's so many who are enjoying retirement on their ranch and just having a good time. Some are still in power all over the world, So from that angle, African leaders have a point that you're focusing only on us. There are other atrocities committed all around the world.